Player 100, Jongdae, has the most amount of dead in Squid Game Season 2. When the time comes for the players to vote if they should continue playing or go home, Jongdae convinces them to continue. He becomes one of the antagonists in the show and the leader for the players who wish to stay in the games. Squid Game isn't really about happy endings or every character walking out alive. For this reason, Jongdae might be one of the people who dies playing the game in Season 3. While it's easy to dismiss Seonyo as a fake shaman, her predictions in Squid Game Season 2 have a level of truth. After Gi-hun and his team leave her behind, Seonyeon apparently puts a curse on them and votes for the games to keep going. As a result, she gains the loyalty of some of the players. Despite this, Seonyeon could be one of the characters who die during the games in Season 3. In a way, the shaman predicted what her fate would be in the third season since she believed her gods had abandoned her. Namgyu is another person who is in debt because of investing in Kimmy-coin. As a result, he joins Thanos in bullying Myung-gi throughout the show until the latter fights back. Like Thanos, Namgyu approaches the games with a childlike enthusiasm that helps keep him alive. With Thanos now dead and Namgyu being disliked by some of the players, his clock is running out. Namgyu isn't likely going to stay alive in Squid Game 3, and if he tries antagonizing Myung-gi and Min-soo again, the two players might band together and kill him if the games don't do it first. Squid Game Season 2 has another character twist, and this one involves Captain Park. Captain Park is the one who rescued Jun-ho after he was shot by his brother. The captain had been helping Jun-ho search for the island where the games take place, but they didn't manage to find anything for 2 years. It turns out Captain Park is working with the people who make the games. In Squid Game Season 3, Jun-ho will find out that Captain Park has been leading him on a wild goose chase, so he will have no choice but to take him to the real island. Dae-ho is introduced to Squid Game Season 2 as a former Marine Corps who bonds with Jung-bae because of their military background. When Dae-ho joins the uprising, he volunteers to get the ammunition, but freezes and fails to take it to the players who need it. Dae-ho's inaction leads to the death of many and the collapse of Gi-hun's plan. Since Dae-ho will be racked with guilt in Season 3, his failure might be his downfall. Although Squid Game Season 2 mainly focuses on the games, there's another subplot involving the people outside who are trying to take down the creators of the Squid Games. Initially, Woo Seok doesn't believe Gi-hun's story about what he has experienced, but after witnessing his boss being killed by the salesman, he decides to join forces with Gi-hun and Jun-ho. Woo Seok is in danger because of Captain Park, but he is willing to do whatever it takes to rescue Gi-hun. However, if he does survive, Woo Seok might take over Mr. Kim's business. Initially, Min-soo seems like a timid and innocent person who doesn't have the guts to go up against people who intimidate him. However, when the opportunity comes, when he has to either side with Simi or die, he chooses himself. Min-soo also joins the other players who want the games to end, instead of going with what Namgyu and Thanos want. Since Min-soo betrayed Namgyu, the latter will likely try to take him out in Squid Game Season 3, because he doesn't seem like the type of person who is capable of letting such a betrayal go unpunished. Park Yu-young's character in Squid Season 2, Kang No-eul, has one of the biggest story twists in the show. Due to how she cares for Na-yeon, there was an expectation that No-eul would join the games as a player, but she was actually one of the pink guards. It's unclear what No-eul's endgame will be in Season 3, although she is in a good position to fight them from within. It's also unclear whether Park Young-seok is dead, or if No-eul broke the rules to save him. While most of the players in Squid Game Season 2 are in it for the money, Jung Geum-ja is the only one who isn't driven by greed. She enters the games so she can help her son, Park Young-sik, pay off his debt. Since she stays in the games because of him, she becomes a motherly figure to some of the players, such as Hyun-jun and Jun-hee. Her caring and loving nature will play a huge role in helping her stay alive and perhaps even win in Squid Game Season 3, as some of the characters are likely going to want to protect her. Squid Game examines how money can change people's morals, something which is evident in one of the show's new characters, Park Young-sik. Like the other players in the game, Young-sik is in debt. But when he joins the games, he realizes his mother is also there. Young-sik is also one of the characters who initially voted to keep the games going, but has a change of heart when he sees that his mother might end up dying as a result of his greed. Because of this, Young-sik is likely going to die while trying to save his mother in Squid Game Season 3. Park Sung-hoon plays Hyun-jun in Squid Game Season 2, a transgender woman who wants to win the games so she can start a new life in Thailand. During the games, Hyun-jun is one of the people who joins Gi-hun when he starts an uprising. As a former soldier, Hyun-jun is disciplined, resilient, and strong, which makes it even more likely that she might be the one to win the competition in Squid Game Season 3. Hyun-jun is also a natural leader, so if another uprising were to occur in Season 3, she would likely be at the forefront again. Myung-gi, the father of Jun-hee's unborn baby, ends up in the games after racking up debt that came as a result of a failed crypto investment. From the start, Myung-gi had a target on his back, as some of the players blamed him for their bad financial status due to the advice he gave them about buying Kimmy-coin. Myung-gi kills Thanos when a fight breaks out between the players, so Nam-gyu is probably going to try to get revenge. Still, Myung-gi might make it through the final rounds. The newest addition to the cast, Kim Jun-hee, has one of the saddest stories in Squid Game, seeing as she is pregnant during the competition. In Squid Game Season 2, the other players try to keep Jun-hee alive, but with the death toll rising, the chances of her leaving the island alive in Squid Game Season 3 are slim. Alternatively, Jun-hee could walk out as the winner of the game if Myung-gi or Gi-hun died trying to save her. This is even more evident with Seonyeon prophecies that Jun-hee might be the reason Gi-hun returned to the games. Squid Game Season 2 sees Hwang In-ho remove his frontman mask and join the games to get to understand Gi-hun better. In-ho became the frontman after winning the games, so he is likely going to try and convince Gi-hun to join the dark side in Squid Game Season 3 since he didn't kill him in the sophomore season. However, with Jun-ho closing in and Gi-hun still willing to fight, the likely outcome for In-ho in Season 3 is death, but he will probably have to reveal his identity to Gi-hun and face his brother before that happens. Gi-hun has an innate belief that what the higher-ups are doing is wrong. Because of this, he returns to the island in the show's sophomore season to stop the games. However, his uprising plan fails, seeing as he is captured in the series finale. Gi-hun is unlikely to give up on his plan in Squid Game Season 3, even if it means he will end up dead. Since In-ho kept him alive, Gi-hun will likely have to return to the arena and complete the games. Whether his spirit will break remains to be seen.